of course, is those good old wide receivers. I see them out there dancing a lot. I see them catching the ball with one hand and, this and that. But what do you look for in wide receivers these days?
So like we're gonna go back, like I always say, Coach, like I always start every position. It's about the look, right? So when we talk about, let's start with the smaller receivers. The smaller receivers we go for, when we consider what we consider a small receiver, a 5'9" and below guy. That's considered a small receiver, right, Coach? And so what we look for those guys, are they speedsters? And also, can you use them in the run game, right? I just mentioned the quote, the wide back. Can you use that small? Can you pick this? Can he run the jet sweep series? Can he do some dangerous things in space? You want to be a guy that can eat up space, and with those smaller guys, you want a guy. And also, can he help you in the return game, right, Coach? You want to be able to see can this guy what all the places that this guy can help you on the field. When you come to them smaller guys, you got to be able to bring some, what we always say, value. You got to be a quick screen guy. You got to be able to, like I said with my running backs, make the first guy miss. You got to be what we call a band guy and not a crowd guy. What's the difference? Because the band guy's that guy that's going to go take that thing for 6 and we carry the band up. The crowd guy's the guy just gets first downs. As a smaller receiver, what gets you to the next level as a smaller receiver, you got to be a band guy. You got to be Mr. Excitement. And so that's what we look for when we talk about them smaller receivers. Our bigger receivers, what we consider 5'10" and up. Bigger receivers, we want to know, we look for ball control, how they go up for the ball and come down with their body control at the same time. Big, strong hand guys. You still got to be fast with us. You still got to have the speed, correct? But you don't have to have that top end speed that you got to be able to be a smaller guy, because that size, you can be able to go against that 5'11" DB, 5'10" DB, and match them side by side. You can play jump ball, right? And we look for with the bigger guys, what we love about bigger guys as well. Of course, everybody wants matchups, right? That's what we look for, matchups. If you got a 6'4" guy versus that 5'11" guy, you're gonna win that matchup a lot of times. So when our bigger receivers, like I said, we look for bigger receivers to be more blockers. You gotta be more physical on the edge than our smaller guys. We gotta be able to have matchups with the line. You gotta be able to, like I say, block. That's the main thing. You gotta be able to block. You gotta have great hands, strong hands, catch the ball with your body. And like I say, with our bigger guys, we look for guys that, like I say, possession guys that can get the first downs, guys that can make those contested catches on the goal line when we got to fade in the air. And so that's what we look for when it comes to our bigger receivers than our smaller receivers.